Hi everybody, I'm Kushan, and welcome back to Command Modern Air and Naval Operations. Tonight I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of the latest Command Live scenario, Black Gold Blitz. Just to kind of recap from last week's stream, I launched a couple of airstrikes, one over here at Kark Island, and damaged the oil infrastructure, as well as did damage to the two sand batteries on the island. And also got into quite a big air battle over here over the Gulf with Iranian Su-22s coming in to strike us, or maybe they're Su-24s, as well as Iranian F-14s, where we pretty much held our own. And then the second group of strikes went over here and struck a bunch of oil wells over here in, I guess that's kind of western Iran. Before basically having to retreat because they were out of ammo, low on, low on fuel, and there was a whole bunch of enemy MiG-29s, as we can see here, coming in on them. Took some losses up here. Lost the Saab 2000 AEW aircraft I had providing radar coverage up here. I didn't pull them back in time, and propeller-driven aircraft do not run from fighters. Also lost a couple more F-15s up here, just trying to play doorstop and let the rest of the strike fall back. I think the strike is clear now, as we can see here. They're returning to base way down here in southern Saudi. Another group of Eurofighters over here returning to base at King Fahd Air Base, and then our fighter F-15Cs are returning over here to northwest Saudi at King Faisal Air Base. So the first part of the stream is going to be kind of boring, as we basically let everybody rearm, refuel, and the like. I'm going to also be doing something a little different tonight, in that I'm going to be in my Discord voice chat tonight. If anybody wants to drop in, please feel free to do so. Just normal channel rules apply. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Jeff. All right, we're going to go and kick up time here to 5 seconds. So what do we got here? So we got some F-15Ss returning to base. Eurofighters. I think these are... Okay, so they're going on to the support mission over here. That's got the one Eurofighter. He can just go and return to base. He's not... Oh, no. No, we're just going to go ahead and have that group return to base. It's just a group of one Eurofighter. He's full on fuel, but no, he can actually slow down. He doesn't have to go that fast. But he's only got two AIM 2000As left in it. So we'll go ahead and pull him back. The rest of these Eurofighters here will refuel, and then I'm actually, once they're refueled, I'm probably going to see what these MiG-29s do. I think all these MiG-29s are air-to-air, so once my Eurofighters get refueled, I may send them to the north. And what is... Alright, so we got one single F-5E coming in. Hello and fuel. Okay, so these guys here unassign. And we're going to send this group of F-15Ss here. They've got 4 AMRAAMs, 4 Sidewinders left. I don't know why they're even returning to base. We're just going to go have them. We're going to send them on the intercept. In fact, I'm actually just going to manually control this launch here. Just go and get into range. He's coming in awfully quick, but...
I think that F5 there is Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, I mean, he must have like a suicide wish or something, because if he manages to somehow escape these two F-15s, I'm going to be just really shocked. Like, I don't see it happening, but, stranger things have happened. The rest of the strike looks like they're continuing in on me, but they look like they're slowly vectoring away from my F-15s. Where are my tankers going to? Okay, I think I pulled the tanker pattern back down to here. More over central Saudi. Yeah, it looks like they're turning away now, so they may be hitting their patrol range. And splash 1 F5, and looks like we got another 2 more coming in. Although this one may be like returning to base in some weird route or something like that, but sometimes it's better just not to question the game. Although this one here may be going for my... yeah, we need to go to military on this group. This one here may be actually going for my Elent aircraft. We're gonna turn him around down south, and hopefully I can get into range quickly enough. I mean, it is an F5. He only has, what, 10 nautical mile range missiles at most?
Yeah, but he's closing at 920, so that's
Yeah,
full afterburner there.
Magic 2 missiles have 5 nautical mile range, and Sidewinders have 8. 888 amphibs have 5. So, he is closing that range really quick. So, go to burner. Let's see. Can we save the... Let's cut the angle a little bit on him. We'll see if we can go to max power on the E3 over here. This is gonna be close.
The good news is it's a jet. If that was a prop, you'd be in big trouble.
Oh yeah, if this was a prop aircraft, he'd be screwed. There'd be no escaping. But hopefully here, this I think is a reason why all even a transport aircraft should be armed with afterburners. All right, so max range shot of AMRAAMs. I'm gonna just order both of those killed. So
What would an afterburner do on a C-17?
I don't know. You never know. All right, so
I'm just thinking that you'd basically just turn the engines towards something and blow it away.
well, there is that too. I mean, if you're going up against like say F5s? I mean, they get 5 nautical mile range on a missile. In that case, maybe maybe in that case you just you blow the air. It is a light fighter and all that, so maybe you just kind of like blow it off course or something. Come on, get the hit. Nope, got the miss. Hopefully we're gonna start taking out this. I love how my F-15s are like almost suicidally closing in here. You guys, take out him. We lost one. I'm probably gonna lose this other one. I mean, that's a perfect firing shot. Yeah, I'm gonna lose both these guys. Yep. Wow. I'm gonna blame the game on that one. Like, that was like... Granted, I was expecting them to actually, maneuver on their own, not get, like, suicidal.
I think they could outmaneuver an old missile, too.
You would think so, but... Alright, so this group here is going to get unassigned. We'll send that group north.
Too bad you don't have SAMs over that area, though.
I know,
I would think the Patriots would be effective against an older aircraft like that.
Alright, so I'm going to assign all the rest of these Eurofighters to... refuel over the refuel group here. And we're still probably going to lose that. Alright, you can go to burner. I doubt these Eurofighters are going to get into range. They may. In fact, actually do this. It's going to let him cut the angle on him. But maybe if we do that...
Is that a bubble?
The bubble here, I think, is actually the Sam's. I have a, oh no, that's, what is that bubble? Okay, so I do have a couple Sams. I wonder what I wonder what this bubble is. Okay, it's the Patriot battery. So I'm actually within Patriot range. So he is in theory under cover, but I don't know if he's gonna make it out of there though. Either way, it's gonna be close. This group's moving at 920 knots. Where's everybody else? So everybody else is refueling now. Alright, good. Just as they should be doing. Oh, I'm burning out this group's fuel really quick. Alright, missile away. And these are armed with AMRAAMs, not meteors. So, alright, now that we're within range, I can go back down to cruise. It's amazing how Afterburner will just eat your fuel like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's one of the huge advantages of the F-35 and F-22 there. You can spend significantly more time at military speed, which is close to 1,000 knots.
Yeah, I actually seem to have better luck with the F-35 in that range than anything else. You know, it seems to have a lot better fuel usage. Alright, there goes the AMRAAM, and... miss. It's one lucky F5 pilot. Couple of other F5s coming in. Couple MiG-29s just kind of hanging around on the border. Looks like these guys are either falling back to a patrol area or returning to base. I'm not sure which yet. I'm not sure if they have like a prosecution zone. These guys obviously have a prosecution zone. 3 MiG-29s and another F5E coming in.
That F-5E must be the most decorated F-5E pilot of all time, killing 2 Eagles.
Yeah. Well, he's shot down now. Alright, so this group can turn north. They've still got an hour and 45 minutes left on their before they have to refuel, so in fact, since I have so much radar coverage here, I'm gonna go and turn these groups' radars off. No point in giving the Iranians more knowledge than they need anyway, of where my fighters are coming in. So this group actually looks like these ones are getting smart. They're coming after my tanker now. All right, so this E3, we'll just send him up. Let him hang out over the Patriot batteries, and take out those two. So he looks like he's turning back now. It'd be kind of interesting if they caught my... Alright, so they're done refueling. They can come north. Be kind of interesting if they, caught that group, like, refueling or something. Which they may, actually. They may catch these two. That would not be ideal. Alright, so they're turning in. They're engaged offensive. They're refueling now. Alright, so just out of curiosity, how are reloads going? So we will have F-15Cs with Sidewinders and Sparrows ready in about, half hour to 2 hours. F-15Ss won't be ready for about 2.5. They're armed with AMRAAMs. And strike aircraft not for about 6 to 10 hours almost. So Alright, so looks like tankers have fallen back. I may just RTP that group. Let's see. Well, probably the bravest F5 pilot so far that he looks like he's at. Oh, nope. I was going to say he's trying to turn around, but he's just putting the missile behind him and kill. Next up, MiG-29. We'll have this group go for him. I can't tell if that MiG-29 pilot's just getting smart or if he's doing something else. Because he's just outside my missile range, and he... Oh, nope, he's going to turn back.
I wonder if that's where the prosecution zone is for them, because I noticed a few of the MiG-29s turned back when the F-5s didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really...
It's as if the Iranian Air Force just is hoping to get lucky with a few F-5s, but they're not willing to risk a relatively good aircraft for it.
How's fuel looking? This group here should probably actually get unassigned, and now that I have refuel if possible from AAR East. Alright, so they're gonna go ahead, they're gonna go refuel, and then these two groups here will carry on. Looks like we got another... Crap. Not good. Got another F5 coming in. Man, I should just go put like a, move this RE3 over the Gulf itself, and maybe I can lure out the entire Iranian Air Force.
That actually would be a pretty good idea when you get all your aircraft ready with AMRAAMs and Sparrows and Meteors again.
I mean, it's guaranteeing basically the loss of the I can't think tonight of the bait. It's guaranteeing the loss of the bait, but
What's to stop you from using an F-15 as bait?
True.
With Sparrows or something.
Alright, so... Oh, this group... I was wondering why this group wasn't obeying their orders. They're still refueling, that's why. Okay.
And could you lure them into Patriot range, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to... I mean... As soon as he enters this circle, he's going to be in Patriot range. I'm more worried about just preserving my England aircraft. Alright, so it looks like the rest of the MiG-20... the MiG-29s are actually probably returning to base. They're probably, given the relatively short range of the MiG-29, they're probably low on fuel.
What's the range of the F-5, though? They go pretty far.
Well, the MiG-29 on an air superiority, they only have 75 minutes at 200 nautical miles. Whereas if we look at, say, the Eurofighter has, on just a standard cap, has 180 minutes at 100 nautical miles. 150 at 100, or 165 with a heavy loadout. The F5.
Oh, I didn't realize the MiG-29s was that short range.
Oh yeah, they were meant. I mean, they're meant for fighting over Central Europe. I mean, over Central Europe, you don't need a whole lot of range.
Right. I think the Su-27 was made for pushing into enemy territory as bomber escort.
Yeah, which is why the having MiG-29s based on Iceland in Red Storm Rising probably can't actually happen.
They don't sound like they'd be very effective.
Yeah, basically, I mean, you could get them out there obviously with tanker aircraft, but then actually using them for anything other than then basically local defense is pretty much useless because they're short range. Make horrible like escorts, which is what they implied in the book. They were escorting backfire raids, but in reality, that doesn't really make much sense.
No, you would have Su-27s for that most likely. Of course, this is assuming something that's already preposterous, which is the idea that the Soviet Union could have taken Iceland.
Whether they could actually take Iceland or not, no matter what, had war actually broken out with the Soviets, they still would have had to neutralize Iceland in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's short of a nuke, I don't know what else.
They could suppress it with cruise missiles, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean that's the most likely, in my opinion, was just a massive cruise or a couple, really heavy cruise missile strikes against it.
I mean, they could knock out the radar installations that they know about.
Yeah, but actually taking it, I'm gonna put that just into Clancy being Clancy.
I think that the worst they could do is knock the runways out, destroy aircraft on the ground, and destroy all the radar sites.
All right, so looks like the MiG-29s are pulling back, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually move um, my tanker mission a little farther out now. In fact, I don't even know if I need this tanker mission active right now, since I don't have any strikes. Now, I'm gonna send one. I'm gonna leave one on station. I'm gonna unassign the other and have him go back to base. I don't need two tankers on this mission right now. So we'll send one back to base. He can rearm with the rest of the fighters. And he can actually, this other one can actually refuel the two. I'm going to leave two Eurofighters up here in the north, just in case we get anything else coming after us. Doesn't look like anything else is inbound at the moment. I don't think I have any more strike aircraft anywhere. I think right now all my strike aircraft got used. Eurofighters with Meteors, more F-15Cs with Sparrows. If Coiler drops in, remind me to ask him if that was just like a game balance thing or what, because I want to know what's up with all the Sparrows. I'm halfway wondering if that was just there just as a balance thing to make it put a little bit of a strain on the Saudis.
I would imagine it's the same thing with why the Phoenixes are on the Tomcats. I would imagine that they would be a big unknown about now.
True. Yeah, so I have no strike aircraft anywhere while that's left, so I'm going to actually just... I don't usually like bumping this too much past 5 just because I feel like it gets a little too fast, but I think right now I'm just going to go ahead into 15-second time Excel here and watch things go. Let me know if it gets too jumpy on the stream, guys. I could charge in after that group. I'm assuming that those are probably F-14s again, but I don't really think it's too worth it. Alright, so now that... Oh. Alright, I can slow all... I'm going to manually throttle everybody back down. Everybody can go back to loiter at max altitude. Assigned a mission. I'm actually just going to reassign all these guys just to the support mission that I have going on. Get all my fighters at max altitude, at low speed for maximum fuel Unassign. All right. Oh, there we go. Did I miss anybody? Oh, where's my... Alright, so my Elent aircraft, I never unassigned him, so he's back on his patrol. It's probably a good thing that I didn't have anything else coming in on me. I probably would have lost him too, just for being, just forgetting about him. Yeah, these guys are... They're bingo in 11 minutes. About 200 nautical miles from base at this point, so... Yeah, it's going to be a while before I have anything else ready to go. I've actually been playing peeling the onion on about 5-second time compression, and it's like a 4-day scenario.
What's the background to that one? I don't believe I've tried it.
It starts off basically with you. You command sack wings in North Africa in 1957-ish, I think. And then basically it starts out with you basically you basically control bomber wings over in Algeria and Morocco, and it ramps up basically that you're there for I think it's reflex strikes basically against the southern Soviet Union, and it starts off basically with basically no threats, and then it slowly kind of ramps up. So you start off with, all right, put some bombers on station just as a precaution, and then that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then it'll ramp up to basically you have a whole bunch. The rest, it's only like a detachment of your bomb wings in Africa, and then what'll happen is that the rest of your bomb wings back in the States will have to be active, will have to be armed, sent over, and then your goal. It's literally when they say peeling the onion, basically you're slowly nuking like radar stations and air bases on the outskirts so you can get to the industrial targets on the inside.
Wow.
And so that's what you kind of end up doing of, hitting some targets and slowly peeling back so you can get at the really high value stuff.
I guess that's how nuclear wars probably would have been fought back then, before ballistic missiles could basically bypass everything.
Yep. It's a pretty fun scenario. I mean, I usually don't go too much for nuclear war scenarios, but it's kind of nice just to like I said, it's a nice just with the slow pace of the scenario right now. It's nice just to let it kind of sit and go watch a video on Amazon or something while it just slowly kind of chugs along.
Yeah, I found that most nuclear war type scenarios, I couldn't figure out how to make it challenging credibly, because you would just wonder, why am I risking an aircraft when I would fire a ballistic missile to achieve this?
It's called overkill when it comes to nukes. You hit.
Well, nukes in themselves are overkill.
Well, yeah, but you hit a target. When it comes, even more so. Like you hit a target with a ICBM, and then you go in and you hit it again with bombers, and then you go in and hit it again with second. In theory, with a second wave of bombers, and you keep doing it just to basically ensure maximum. But
I think the extent I've used nukes in this game was giving up on a scenario I created and nuking the airfield that was giving me a hard time.
well, I don't Why I joke about it, I don't really subscribe to the Belugan option when it comes to everything. Which was, if I don't know if you ever watched Belugan's videos, but pretty much for most of his streams, basically they all ended with him nuking something.
I have watched a good amount of it. That was some of the first tutorials I watched when I started getting into command.